smooth, cool, intelligent, there is nothing wrong with the French lieutenant's woman that cannot be traced to John Fowles' novel. In British cinema's familiar genuflection to literature, a great deal of talent was brought together to produce this Gothic romance come postmodern conceit. Whether the material warrants the subservience is another matter. Fowles' novel uses the love story between mystery woman Sarah Woodruff, Meryl Streep, and gentleman paleontologist Charles Smithson, Jeremy Irons, as a springboard for musings on Victorian social realities and Fowles' ruminations about his role as an author, including an admission that he cannot decide whether the story should end happily or sadly. Like or loathe such reflexive gestures, they are central to his purpose. How, then, to make such an archly literary construction into a movie? Harold Pinter's solution, to turn a novel about a novelist's self-absorption into a film about filmmaking, is the most inventive thing about the movie. He even ingeniously resolves Fowles' dilemma about the ending. The very first shot grounds the film in the Janus-faced fiction as we see Streep as Anna, the actress in the film within the film, in costume, being cued by her director, the camera moving with her as the credits begin. The shot succinctly prepares us for the contradictory dual purpose of narrative immersion and emotional distance that courses through all the action. Director Carol Rice, a former editor, does well by the split emphasis, weaving between the Victorian story and the contemporary drama about Anna and her co-star Mike, also played by Irons, with silky ease. He never forces the parallels, letting both stories unfold at their own pace and rhythm, balancing the modern scene's everyday actions and routines against the period story's rich detail. Nonetheless, many viewers would probably prefer to see his skills applied to a simpler, straightforward dramatization of the Victorian story. Any viewer so inclined will be disappointed by the results, since the complex structure makes it impossible for the romance between Sarah and Charles to take off. We can certainly recognize how we are supposed to react to Streep and Irons, but in a love story, recognition is a weak substitute for emotional involvement. Unfortunately, neither the Sarah Charles nor Anna Mike romance is very compelling or even convincing. The only strong emotional reaction to the film is likely to be frustration at Sarah and Charles's delayed consummation. Sarah's quasi-feminist defiance of repressive social expectations is not enough to overcome what begins to feel like a tiresome tease. Charles may have to be frustrated by Sarah's exasperating elusiveness for there to be a story, but is that reason enough to tell it? It is difficult not to feel that the talents of those involved in making the French lieutenant's woman, while not exactly wasted, nonetheless far exceed the significance of the novel. Fidelity and respect are commendable, but here they work to expose Fowles' mannerisms as little better than fashionable posturing.